everybody and welcome to another video. It is a chilly Saturday afternoon here in Portugal. In fact, I think it's -1 outside. Anyway, enough about that. That's why I've got some very warm coffee. So grab a coffee with me, because today we are going to talk about using the Rode Wireless Pro. Now, it's not a review because there are lots of reviews already out there on the interwebs. This is really about getting the best audio quality, in my experience, from the Rode Wireless Go. So let's check it out. The Rode Wireless Go is a really simple wireless microphone system. As you can see, I'm actually using it here today. And I had a couple of questions posted on Twitter regarding how do I get the best audio quality from the Rode Wireless Go. Now, in my experience, there's a couple of things that have tripped me up in the past, which I'll go on to in a second. But essentially, it's really very easy and simple to set up. You just switch on the transmitter, which is the microphone, and then you obviously switch on the receiver. It connects pretty quickly within 3 or 4 seconds. And then there's really only a couple of settings to get you up and running. But first, I wanted to talk about the fact that this system is line of sight. So the way that this works is line of sight means don't get anything in between the transmitter and the receiver. Don't turn your back to the camera if the transmitter or microphone is on your chest. As you can see, it's on mine now, because it's not going to work 100% well. Also, remember to keep in line with the distance limitations that Rode have published on their website. They say that this system can go up to a maximum of 70 meters. I haven't tried that in practice. I tried to keep the setup similar to what I have now, maybe a few meters distance between myself and the camera. And that's not to say it doesn't work. I've actually gone outside and tested this a little bit further, and it seems to be fine. But because it works on the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi system, it can be prone to interference, and it isn't as robust as some other systems. So, points to take from this: don't get anything in between the receiver and the transmitter. You'll be good to go in that respect. And also make sure that when you are setting this system up, that the transmitter and receiver is within line of sight of each other. With regards to the audio setup, you actually only have 3 output pads, as Rode call them, and those are basically selectable output volumes from the transmitter that you connect into your camera, and that's 0 dB, -12 dB, and -24. Now, in my experience using Panasonic cameras, because that's all I really use, in the G series, the GH5, the GH4, and the S1, S1H, as far as I understand, all of those preamps on those cameras are pretty good, and they run quite hot. So that means you don't want to have a strong signal or too strong a signal into your camera, because you're then going to get distortion and clipping. So in my experience, what I've managed to set up is basically set the GH5 or the G series camera to -12 dB. I think that's the lowest anyway the GH5 goes to. And on the Rode Wireless Pro, set it also to -12 dB. And you can adjust it by using the little button on the bottom of the transmitter, and you have 3 selectable options, as I mentioned, and set it in the middle, and you should be good to go. Another thing to point out about this system is that the microphone that's inbuilt into the transmitter is an omnidirectional, and that means it has a polar pattern or a pickup pattern of all around you. So it's going to pick up sounds from behind, on top, left and right in this particular configuration. So it's not the same as a directional or shotgun microphone that you would get like this. So keep in mind that it is going to pick up ambient sound, room noise and so on. But a link up here to my previous video where I said you could basically use some plugins to make the quality of your audio a little bit better anyway in post-production. So it's always worth adding a little bit of post-production to any audio that you've recorded to get the best out of it. But keep in mind that this microphone is omnidirectional, so it's going to pick up sounds from everywhere. Now, when you're in an environment like this, I'm just in a little studio, I'm not outdoors, there's no wind noise, then that's fine. But obviously, as soon as you go outside and you start to broadcast from the outdoors, if there's any wind, it's going to brush and blow against the microphone here and then cause a lot of wind noise. But fortunately, Rode do supply you with these two little, what are they called? Like, I know they're called dead cats for microphones, but what would you call this? A mini dead cat kitten? I don't know. Anyway, they're really easy. They just clip on top of the microphone. They look a bit silly, but they do keep all the extraneous wind noise out of the microphone. So it's always a good thing to plug in one of these, especially when you're out and about, or if we ever get a chance to go outside in the future. So there you have it. In my experience and in conclusion, I think the Rode Wireless Go system is very versatile, it's incredibly portable, and in the right conditions, it gives you really good results. So if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or even if you've got any comments, leave them in the comments below, or ping me a message on Twitter. Either way, I hope you get the best out of the Wireless Go system if you have one. As I said, I think they're really good, and in the right conditions, they can produce some really good results. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care and be safe.